Sometimes I say that I want you back, but I don't know if I do. Sometimes I think about the good days we had, but there were bad days too. And I know love is like the phases of the moon. And I know you would say I gave up way too soon. So it's gone, now we both moved on. Oh, that's la la life, that's la la life. Baby, let it be, enjoy the memory. Oh, that's la la life, that's la la life.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, let's get into the second propaganda video. You gotta love it.
Hello, my name
Hello.
is Bryson Hazen. I'm a Dodea student living overseas in Ramstein,
Hello.
Germany. Earlier this year, I was very fortunate to be able to meet and talk to the First Lady, Dr. Joe Biden. At our
Dr.
roundtable,
Joe
we'll
Biden.
be discussing the very different
Bruh.
life of a military child compared to those in the States. Although Dr.
Yo, his mic is so bad.
and I are two
Oh no,
distinctly
this is
different
your one
people,
moment,
we
dude.
share a lot in common.
It's really
We're
sad.
both part of both look for the best interest in others. Now, I would like to introduce. Thank you.
What?
Thank you, Ryzen. You know, when you joined us back in February, I felt like I knew you from the first words you spoke. You're
Totally.
open and funny and sincere.
Hilarious.
In fact, it doesn't surprise me at all that you managed to make friends when your family moved to Germany despite not speaking any German.
Yo, what
And
a
then
crazy
you became
psycho.
A mentor so that you could help others feel less
That's
alone.
amazing.
It's that resilience and heart that makes military
I'm
kids
so proud of
like
you.
you so special.
You're
So
special.
thank you, Ryzen,
Thank
for
you,
joining
Ryzen.
us today. You know, I'll never forget the emotions that ran through me as I stood in front of the bow of
Yeah.
the 2,000-ton USS Gabriel Giffords to christen her. Just praying the bottle I held in my hands would break when it was time. I was nervous and excited, and most of all, deeply proud to become an honorary member of the crew's family, or as they say, a shipmate for life.
Watch your mouth.
Surrounded by the sounds and shouts and cheers, I thought of the brave soldiers who would make up her crew, and
Yeah.
the families who stood by them.
Yeah.
I felt a touch of longing in that celebration, knowing that when the time came to bring this ship to life,
Bring it to shit.
spouses and children's parents and siblings would stay behind,
I love that.
but a piece of their hearts would sail away. There's no
Come sail
ribbon
away.
cuttings or showers of champagne
No.
to christen their journey,
No.
but it is that, a journey through the months apart, happy homecomings and more deployments, the transition to life after the military. In that moment, the Giffords seem to represent our entire armed forces. Anyone could look at its bridge, its bow,
just-
its towering mast, and know this ship will be steady in the harshest winds, strong enough to cut through the most violent seas, able to withstand any storm. And yet,
Okay. You know when you have that one friend that you know just copy and pasted a book report and went in front of the classroom and started just speaking so eloquently, and you're like, dude, you don't talk like that. I know you just copied and pasted that junk, and the teacher's just sitting in the back going, Jeffrey, did you really write that? That's what I'm feeling right now listening to this speech. It just sounds like such a copy and paste of somebody else's words. And I know all politicians do, but this one feels extra fishy.
so much of its power is unseen beneath the waves. The engines, the anchors, the rudder that gives it direction and purpose.
Yeah.
The families of our service members and veterans, the caregivers who lift up our wounded, ill, and injured, the survivors who grieve those we've lost. You may not wear a uniform, but you serve and you sacrifice for us all. Military families are as critical to our national defense as
Yeah.
a rudder is to a ship. And we must always act upon that
There's that
truth.
ship metaphor again.
Today, we write the next
That's like
chapter
at least 5.
of a White House initiative that First Lady Michelle Obama and I started 10 years ago, joining forces. This work
Name dropper.
is personal to me. Is it because of my dad? He was a
No big
Navy
deal.
signalman in World War II and went to college
heard
on
of
the
it?
GI Bill.
Ever heard of it?
His love for this country was a part of everything he did.
Yeah.
And he inspired us, his 5 daughters,
Toward
to
us.
see America through his eyes.
It's beautiful.
Because of my son, Bo, when he joined the Delaware Army National Guard,
What
I
about
felt
Hunter?
the unique pull of both incredible pride and concern
Yeah.
that every military mom knows so well. Or perhaps it's because of my grandkids.
Love that.
When Bo served for a year in Iraq, I saw how
Talking
his
about Bo
children
again.
navigated his deployment. And I often wondered how people so small could be so strong.
She's talking about the
Without a
military.
doubt. Being part of this military community has shaped who I am.
So
But
small.
that's not why we're here today. We're here because of you, the people behind me on these screens, because of the stories that you have shared with me, your joys and your challenges, from difficult PCSs to the lack of childcare on and off bases, fighting to keep your own careers and your identities, and to saying goodbye to beloved schools and friends.
Yes.
From caring for your loved ones to mourning those who have been lost.
Exactly.
You are the rudder that steers our military.
Another ship metaphor.
And
She's
supporting
killing the
your
game.
physical, social, and emotional health is a national security
Mental.
imperative.
Yeah.
Every parent knows that when your child is hurting, nothing in your world is right. When your spouse is at home trying to make ends meet, or torn between taking care of your children and keeping a job,
Hey,
your heart
sit down.
breaks with them,
sit down.
no matter how far
Sorry.
away you are. Our troops love their families with all that they are.
Yes.
Service members cannot be focused on their mission if their families don't have what they need to thrive at home.
Amen.
And we can't expect to keep the best and brightest if our service members are forced to choose between their love of country
Yep.
and the hopes and dreams they have for their families.
Exactly.
We have an all-volunteer force, and it continues only because of generations of Americans who
Like
see
you.
the honor, dignity, and patriotism of this calling.
Please keep serving.
How can we hope to keep our military strong if we don't give our families, survivors, and caregivers what they need to survive?
Money.
If we don't act on our sacred obligation? And that is why we're here today and what joining forces is all about. During the Obama-Biden administration,
God, this is
we
so
made
bad.
a lot of progress. And most of all, I'm proud that we helped lift up the stories like the ones I heard from those on the screens behind me.
No offense, but I'm just
And
imagining
now
her as a
we're
teacher.
ready to do more. So
I would not
here's what
last
you're
very long
going
in
to
this
see
class,
us
but-
do over these
Yeah.
next few years.
Derek, sit down.
We're going
Derek.
to focus on military.
Derek, do you need to
family
go
employment
outside?
And entrepreneurship.
Derek.
Before
Why aren't
the
you listening to
pandemic,
me?
The Department of Defense estimated
It's very,
that the
very
military
one
spouse
tone the whole time.
unemployment rate was about 22%. Spouses, all of you deserve opportunities to do the work you love. Whether that means keeping your job when you
And
move
love
from
the ones
base
you're
to
with.
base, or owning your own businesses. And we need to make sure that you can get quality childcare when you need it, so that you don't have to feel like you're choosing between your job and taking care of your kids. We're going to work on education for military children. There are more than 2 million kids whose parents are service members, National Guard, reservists, or veterans. Our schools want to support all students, but they don't always know how to do so. We're going to work with educators and our government partners.
This is so
to
vague.
make sure that you, our military,
Even the people in the
connected
background look
kids
bored. They're like,
have
what are you
what need
talking
to
about?
succeed.
Thank
And
you.
finally, we're going to work on military family health and well-being. Just 1% of our country has shouldered the burden of 20 years of war. No one has more strength,
thanks to the Obama
grit, and
administration.
resilience than our military families. But you can't do this alone. We have to help you carry this weight by improving access to mental health resources, ensuring everyone can put food on the table, and supporting caregiving families and survivors. So far, we already have commitments from the Departments of Defense, Labor, and Education. And this is
This is
just
so
the
fake.
beginning.
What is they
Our
talking
effort will
about?
take all of our government working together, and we expect every agency to step up and be part of it. This is a community bound together by love. Love for our country, love for your service members, and love for...
Okay, I literally have no idea what the heck she's talking about. It's very vague. It just sounds like the government's here to help, and that's it. And we're doing our best to make it better for you, but there's no like real call to action. It's like, and even the people in the background, look at the people in the background. They look so bored. They haven't moved a muscle.
for the communities you build together. And it's time that we match that devotion. Your commander-in-chief understands that there is no greater honor than serving those who serve our country, everyone who serves. He's going to make sure that you and your community are seen. And our goal is that this work will live on long after we leave as a permanent priority for every White House. Because you deserve nothing less. So thank you for all that you do. May God bless our troops and their families. Thank you.
Oh, I wish I'd keep it on her to see like what kind of weird mannerism she would do. All right, that's the other video. I literally have no idea what, I mean, even the people in the background, they have no idea what's going on. So, fantastic video, Dr. Jill Biden. Very enlightening and revolutionary, and we all thank you for your hard work. Have a great